Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Raquel Sharper. I'm sitting next to the fabulous Quan from the AmeriQuan Show, and Gentry and Donnie from the 100 Black Men of Las Vegas. Woohoo! And you know what? They're recruiting. And not only are they recruiting mentors, but they're also recruiting mentees. So which would you like to start with first?
Well, I'll start with recruiting. So we look at it as there's two components. There's the membership, and then there's mentors.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So often the membership will act as mentors within the organization and support what we're doing. And then we also have mentors that we recruit to help as far as bandwidth and help us really have more coverage in the community. So we're always looking for mentors to help us give back in the community.
So if somebody is watching the show, and if anybody has any questions, feel free to post your questions, and then we'll get your questions answered. If somebody was sitting there on the other side and they're like, you know what, I want to be part of 100 Black Men, what specifically are you looking for?
Well, we're looking from a membership perspective. We're looking for professional men and men that can make a difference.
Okay.
And men that are committed to the organization. And we cover very many areas. There's mentoring. There's economic empowerment. There's health and wellness. So there's many areas that we bring all together to deliver to the community. So we're looking for individuals with certain skill sets that can help us advance our objectives. And then from a mentoring perspective, we are looking for someone also that's looking to give back, that interacts well with the children, because we do interview, we do evaluate, right, as far as who can mentor the young men, so that we make sure that both sides are having a good experience. Okay. So there's definitely a process that's involved. So the best thing to do is you can go into 100blackmen.org and you can post or contact us and let us know what you're interested in, and then we can take you through the steps.
Okay, yeah. Excellent.
We're also always looking for forward thinkers, the young and motivated individuals. And then we also look to collaborate with different organizations in the community that also share our initiative with helping the youth. So if there's other organizations, nonprofits or for-profits, really doesn't matter, as long as their intention is to help mold and build the youth in the community, then we're more than willing to talk about how we can collaborate in order to get the best of what's available to the children.
Okay.
Yeah. And one more thing, the biggest challenge we have is just a demographic as far as age is concerned. And when we're millennials out there, we need you. We need you to be a part of the organization. We want to take the experiences across a period of time and bring that together, because there's a lot of history there, and we want to be able to present that together. So we're not trying to just have it as a 40-plus organization.
Well, it's interesting that you say that. Like the millennials and Donnie jumped in, and Donnie said, we need forward thinking, and the millennials are the forward thinking. Millennials are the ones that are creating things, and changing the world with apps and all types of stuff. And the other thing is bringing the energy. So, right. When mentoring, and dealing with people is always like a wild card. Do you have, like, maybe either one of you, Donnie or Gentry, like a story of maybe how you've empowered a youth? Something, who would like to?
I can definitely share a success story, and I know that the young man that I mentored, it's fine to say his name, I'm sure, Deleon.
Okay.
He had some struggles early on educationally, and he displayed some pretty bad behavioral issues, and I did some pretty intense one-on-one with him for a while, and was able to shift his mindset, not completely, but enough to get him away from the expulsion group of children. And now he's currently attending the flagship school that we have, which is the 100 Academy of Excellence.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he's been doing wonderful. I just actually got a report that academically he's increased from he's in the 5th grade, but he's increased from a 2nd grade level now up to his grade level since he's been there for the first half of the year. So it definitely shows that, mentoring, and it's really just a matter of communicating with the children.
And challenges. He came from maybe a broken household, and
he definitely has some family issues too that played into his deficiencies.
And when you're talking about intense time one-on-one, because we're also talking about a time commitment, and sometimes what did that entail? Did you spend time with him after school, Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday?
So what I did was typically the way that we've been mentoring, because it's such a large number of children that we have to address, is that we would do group on group.
Okay.
But what I did with DeLeon is I actually allotted a day of the week that I would pick him up from school, and then we would spend as much time as we needed to together doing homework or just communicating. And then, throughout the rest of the week, I would be engaging with his teachers and with his grandmother and with his aunt and with his parents and figuring out how we can fill these gaps. But there was that one day that he knew that I was coming and we were going to spend some quality time together. And that was enough to really get him moving in a different direction.
So, Donnie, what you were talking about is basically like building rapport.
Yes.
Because you're not going to empower anybody to do anything unless they kind of like you.
Right.
Knowing them well, knowing their strengths and
trust. Yes.
Knowing the weaknesses and the strengths. I like the word you use, mold and build. So you need knowing them first and know how to mold them.
Right, and that's part of our intake process too. When we get parents that want their children to take part, is we ask them certain questions that help us to understand what it is that we need to do from a mentoring standpoint to help them to achieve their goals. And if I could just add also, that's part of an initiative that we have a partnership with State Farm on actually this year. It's finding ways that we can close the gaps to achievement. So whatever it is that they want to achieve, we put our organization in a position to fill those gaps, to help build a bridge to take them from where they are to what they feel success truly is.
That's true. And they also was the consistency, like you said, a day of the week that you met with him all the time. So he's saying, hey, well, this guy is showing up. He really cares about me. He wants me to succeed. So he's now not only wanting to succeed for himself, but he has to want to succeed for accountability. So you are part of accountability, which is amazing. Yes.
Absolutely.
So some kids, you have to spend a longer time. Some are a little bit easier to be molded.
Absolutely.
Just depends.
And then
they're all different.
Another thing is that we right away we teach them the power of mentoring. So we have a chess program also that runs every Saturday down at the 100 Academy from 10 to 12:30. But what we teach them is how they can mentor the next stage down. So we'll have kindergartners that are teaching 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th graders how to play chess.
So you're teaching them, even the mentees, how to mentor. That is phenomenal. And anybody out there who wants to either be a mentee or a mentor, you can find them on Facebook, 100 Black Men of Las Vegas. You can also find them
at the 100 Academy of Excellence.
On our website. We also do scholarships, and that's not limited just to young men. Young women also can qualify for scholarships, so we're providing that type of help too.
Okay, that's excellent, and thank you, both of you, for coming out and sharing what you do, and thank you for
so good having you both.
Yes, and being a positive influence and part of the community, and it was such a pleasure to spend time with you on the show.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having us as part of the crew today.
Yes, it was fun because I hijacked it from Guy. I know Guy's not watching because we've hijacked the show.
Hi, Guy. Be proud.
Have a great day, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks.